Wendi, who does not want to use her real name, is a 28-year-old sex worker in Bekasi. She and a dozen other women who work in the hotspot, a cluster of local brothels by night, are taking important classes during the day. They are learning about the upcoming national elections in Indonesia and why their votes count. Wendi explains that it is very important to learn about the democratic process.
The training has increased our enthusiasm for this election.
They crowd into a small, dark, makeshift classroom along a narrow, muddy path lined with brothels. Inside, a volunteer from Mitra Sehati, a local NGO that is supported by the United Nations Development Programme, explains to the women about the complexities of parliamentary ballots and how to mark them. The sex workers learn how to fill out the ballot, when and where to register to vote, and how and where to vote. The April vote will see 12,000 candidates vying for 128 seats in Indonesia's upper house of parliament and 550 seats in the lower house. With that many candidates, the ballot papers look like giant broadsheet newspapers, and voter education is a priority. More than 170 million Indonesians will have the chance to vote twice this year, first in the April parliamentary elections and then in the presidential polls in July.
What's so important with these elections is that Indonesia has emerged as the strongest democracy in Southeast Asia, and the stakes are very high for this election to be successful, free and fair, because Indonesia has really become the leader in democratic development in this region.
This voter education campaign is one small part of UNDP's efforts to work with the government, local authorities, and the community organizations to boost civic awareness and participation in the country's democratic process. The aim is to reach those who have never voted before or have been overlooked by the voter education system. Jumono lost his legs due to a lengthy illness more than 15 years ago, but today he moves purposefully in his wheelchair as an election volunteer. He has learned sign language so he can reach out to the deaf.
These kinds of activities are important because there are many people with disabilities that need information on elections.
His work is part of an outreach program of the NGO Bandung Trust Advisory Group that is also supported by UNDP. Their job is to explain how, when and where to vote, how to mark a ballot, and how to get assistance on polling day if they are blind or unable to get to the polling station. Jumono and his colleagues emphasize that voting is the right of every citizen. No one should miss their chance to cast a vote because of a technicality such as the inability to tick a box.